If you've been in SEO for the past few years, you'll probably have come across ScreamingFrog. Maybe not so much if you're a content marketeer or a PR, but if you're doing that content audit and trying to collect information on word count, for example, search visits, links to URLs, this can help you get everything you need in one go. And for PRs, if you're trying to collect information for that domain metric or that link count, again, this can really help you. There's multiple modes you can run this platform in. Now, there's spider mode, list mode, and SERPs mode. For the purpose of this presentation, I'm just going to be focusing on the list mode operation, which basically assumes you've already got a list of URLs or domains that you're interested in getting more information on. So the first step is basically setting the platform up to be able to grab all this information in one go. ScreamingFrog allows you to hook into several different data sources, such as Google Analytics and ahrefs, to automatically pull that information back for you. So you don't have to end up aggregating data on multiple different spreadsheets using multiple different lookups in Excel. We first need to set up the connectors. And to do this, what you'll need to first do is log into your Google Analytics account and your ahrefs account. Once you've done that, and you've opened up ScreamingFrog, go to Configuration. Under API Access, you can see there's several different options here. We've got Majestic, PageSpeed Insights, Search Console, ahrefs, and Moz. If we're trying to hook up your Google Analytics, click on Connect to New Account. It'll open up a browser window asking you to log into your account. Click on your appropriate account and then follow the instructions, and it'll connect up for you. I'm not going to do that because I've already connected it up. Slightly different experience for ahrefs, so if we'll go through that as well, it'll ask you to generate an API access token. So once you've logged in, if you click on this link, it'll come up with this window saying that ScreamingFrog wants to get access to the API. If you allow access, again, it will come up with a token that you'll then copy and use within the ScreamingFrog platform that you paste in here. So now that you've set up all of the data sources that you want to pull data from, each time you start ScreamingFrog, you'll need to select the data sources that you'll want to use to pull back information from. What that basically means is every time you come to do a crawl on a different list of URLs, you need to come and select the different connectors that you want to collect information from. For example, if you want to pull back sessions from Google Analytics, for example. If you come back into Google Analytics, what you should see is that you have an existing account linked up here. If you click on it, it allows you to then connect to that source. Once it does that, it looks into your analytics account and it pulls back all the accounts and properties and views that you have attached to your account. So you select the appropriate one that you want to be able to use to pull that information from. There's a whole range of different options in terms of what you can have selected for ScreamingFrog. You can choose the date range that you want to pull back data from, the metrics, sessions, goals, e-commerce stats, and then the important one, I think, excuse me, is the matching ability of ScreamingFrog. A lot of times when you're in an analytics account, you'll see URLs that have backslashes, non-backslashes that potentially are the same URL. The same with uppers and lower cases. You can aggregate all that together with ScreamingFrog, so I suggest you tick the match upper and lowercase URLs and match trailing and non-trailing /URLs. And you have to do that for each and every single one of the sources. So you'll need to, if you want ahrefs, you'll need to come into ahrefs, click on the connect, and that will pull back data for the API connection that you've established previously. Again, with ahrefs, you can choose from a range of different metrics, whether it's URL metrics or domain metrics. Now that you've done the main part of the setup, to collect the information for the URLs in list mode, if you click on this drop down for upload, there's several different options for telling ScreamingFrog how to find these URLs or how you want to input the URLs. I've copied a list of them into the clipboard already. If I click on paste, ScreamingFrog reads that clipboard and it finds the URLs that I've copied. And when I click OK, it will start crawling them. Now, we can come back once it's finished. Once it's finished its crawl, you can tell when the crawl says 100% and the API says 100%. It'll usually open up in this internal tab. There's a whole host of different tabs here that basically just splits the information up in different ways, in case there's certain aspects that you want to look at more deeply. This internal tab basically holds all of the information that you need for that URL. There's a whole host of different columns towards the left-hand side of this table, for the URL name, for example. But near the end here, this bit that'll be important for your content marketeers, you'll get things such as the size of the page, your word count, text ratios, any number of internal links, outgoing links. And if you scroll a bit further across, you have your metrics for your analytics sessions and your link counts for these URLs. So everything's in one place, so it's very easy for you to be able to do your audit fairly quickly rather than matching data up in different sources. If you're only interested in the link metrics, for example, if you drop down on this icon here, you can click in straight to the link metrics, and that will give you an immediate view of the link metrics associated with the URL. Similarly with analytics as well. It'll give you the analytics sessions, whatever you've selected you want to pull back from analytics with a direct view of that URL. So it just gives you a nicer view. And if you want to export it all for analysis offline, two ways of exporting. There's an export button here which exports everything from within the table that you're looking at currently, or the main export functionality is this one where it exports everything, so you can analyze it offline. And that's it. So hopefully that's been useful. Any other questions, feel free to catch us at connectwith3.com. Thanks.